for another episode of Random Chats with Adam, a.k.a. Fullbrothercast. We may just mold these into one. I don't know, but it's me, Travis Kenney, from Fullbrothercast with my broski, also another hostie, Adam Kenney.
Merry Christmas, y'all.
Merry Christmas, y'all. All right. Hey, if you haven't listened to it yet, last year me and Adam put out a banger of a Christmas song.
Yeah, I think it's one of your top listens, isn't it?
It is actually it's definitely triple digits. Definitely triple digits, yes. And it's the Mary Chapin Carpenter, or the Carpenters, or however you say their name.
Yeah. Harry Chapin is a different person. Harry Chapin.
Mary Chapin Carpenter?
No, isn't there's the guy who sings Cats in the Cradle, isn't that Harry Chapin?
Maybe they get merged into one person. We've never seen them in the same room together.
That's true.
So we sang Merry Christmas, darling. Happy New Year to... You know what I think we should get together and sing, Adam?
What?
Christmas in the Northwest
is a gift that we can share.
Christmas in the Northwest.
That's the only words that I know.
I don't know them either, but I know it's a Christmas song. Christmas in the Northwest. God bless the USA.
I need some jingle bells, some sleigh bells right now. Ching, ching.
Ching, ching, ching. All right, anyway, Fullbrothercast.
God bless the USA.
Is that how it goes?
I don't know. Isn't that a different song?
God bless the USA. I don't know. Or maybe I'm thinking of the one From a Distance. God is watching us.
What if God was one of us?
This is ridiculous.
That reminds me of The Simpsons. Here's a random chat with Adam.
Yeah.
When Homer is singing a lullaby to Maggie.
Yes.
And he goes, lullaby and good night. Go to sleep, little baby. Na 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 na. May your Christmases be That's good.
Clever. So, Christmas is coming up. The goose is getting fat. Got a dog.
I just saw like 90 geese fly overhead earlier.
That's crazy because my dog's name is Goose.
It's like the number 23.
It's always there. It's lost. 8, 4, 16, 12, 14, 12. I don't know, whatever it is.
8, 4, 16, 12, 20, 12.
20, bow, 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 bow. So, went down to your... So, here we go. I'll tell this story. Adam had a bazaar. Adam was at a bazaar. It was a bazaar.
Bazaar.
Adam and his wife, Amber.
Yep.
Was...
You know her, you love her.
Amber Kenney. But not on Facebook.
Amber Newman on Facebook. I don't think she can change. She doesn't know how to like do all that stuff because you have to like put in a password or something. And I think it's
you change your name. You know how many times I've changed my name?
But I think don't you have to like log in? I think she's like logged in and she's afraid to log out because I think she doesn't know her password if she was to log out.
Log in.
That's at least the excuse
out.
She's giving me.
Yeah. Maybe because she's got a separate life.
What?
Just kidding. Anyway, you guys were selling arts. Yep. Arts that you've done.
Yeah, she's been doing these snowflakes. She makes these snowflakes out of, she gets these wood rounds from her brother and her dad. They cut these wood rounds and then she paints on them little snowflakes, makes them into ornaments.
Yes.
And then I was doing all I have is right now, all I have is a bunch of prints, a bunch of art prints of oil paintings I've done. And so we found out about this bazaar like a week before it happened. And I was like, well, I gotta get Amber some stuff from the store. So I went to Michael's, picked her up some paint pens. And while I was there, I looked at the canvases and I saw a package of 9 3x3 canvases that were like an inch thick as well. So they're nice little chunky canvases. So I went ahead and picked them up.
That was my nickname in high school.
Nice little chunky canvases?
That's what it was, chunky canvases.
I know. I was wondering if you'd pick up on that. So I picked those up and I painted some little snowy scenes. And we ended up selling, I think, 7 of the 9 of those. And she sold like 10 ornaments.
Healing.
I sold a couple prints. It was good. It was a really good bazaar. It was at the Enumclaw Museum.
So Adam tells me about it. I see it for the first time in my life.
Oh my gosh.
When do I see it, Adam?
The first time in your life.
Saw it. Adam didn't tell me about it. He posted it on Facebook. And I'm like,
I had just found out about it the week before.
Listen. So what I had to go do was get into my pajamas.
What were you wearing before?
What'd you think of my outfit?
I didn't even think twice about it.
Do you know what I was wearing?
No.
Full buddy hoodie.
Nice.
And then my gray sweats.
Mm-hmm.
And then just my shoes. And I walked in,
fully clothed.
Went down there. Was not the farthest walk, but it was not.
It's on the street.
It's on the street I live on. I just took a right. I was that sicko mode. Went down the block, took a right.
Is that Morse code or is that?
I don't know. Song? That was. And I went all the way down to the end, and I went in there with my brother-in-law, Chris. We've talked about him on the Boardacious and a few others. Anyways, I got a dog named Goose, and I'm walking Goose, which is a dog and not a goose. And then overhead flies a goose named Dog. No, it was Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway.
And then Goose Gossage showed up.
the picture?
Yeah.
Yes, and he goosed me. Like a dog, like a dirty dog. Anyway, we're walking this dog. This dog is like 8 weeks old. First time out, kind of looking around. Has to stop every foot and sniff the next thing. And I'm like, I'm not going to get down here. It's raining. Pick the dog up, put her underneath my arm like I'm Bo Jackson running down the 50-yard line, and
you spiked the dog.
But but I scored. But anyway, I got into the bazaar, forgot my masks.
Yeah. There were some people not wearing masks.
Yeah, I saw that too. And then I brought a dog.
Yeah, which is worse because they carry the coronavirus.
The canine virus.
Uh-huh.
So I'm walking around, got this dog, and so this nice lady came up to me and she said, "Oh, a service dog."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're like, how would an 8-week-old dog be a service dog?
I said, "Yep, just trying to get it used to people." She goes, "Oh, okay, go. That's fine. It's great. And where's your mask?" I said, "I'm just trying to get used to people as well." Back off, babe.
Uh-huh.
No, I didn't say that. That last part didn't happen. She didn't ask about the mask. Anyway. So
you held the dog up to your face. You covered your face, your mouth with the dog.
I did. Went up to you first. You had a nice little position.
We did. We were very surprised by that.
You guys were right in the middle, smack dab. People walk around you guys. You guys were
like, get out of our way.
Fishbowl.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, bought as soon as I see like what you got.
I'm like, what is this?
You had, and I bought it from you. It was a goose painting.
Mm-hmm.
It was perfect. Got a dog named Goose. I might as well get a painting with a goose. Of Goose Gossage.
Uh-huh.
No.
Complete with mustache.
The best mustache since Oil Can Boyd. Through for the Toronto powerhouses.
It's not a team. I don't know.
Anyway, so then while I'm there's like maybe one or two people.
You're like, oh gosh, if this was Cole Street, people would just be all over me.
Why?
Marion Street, nobody cares.
I know. Hey, I'm the king of coal. Don't call me that. Other people call me that, not me. I also been called the Prince of Pioneer. Hey, not me either. Don't call me that.
You're the Maiden of Marion.
Yeah. Hey, whatever cashes the checks. Anyway, went in there and bought some of your stuff. Didn't have any other cash. So I'm like, well, look at all these people. They're all looking at me like beggars. And I'm like, you know what? No, they were nice. Walked through there.
I brought you these candles, by the way.
Thank you very much. Everybody had a booth, and we had a garage sale this year, and this is what ruined people pricing their own items, because my wife came through and jacked everything up, thinking that people were going to be like burning down our garage trying to get our stuff. This guy had a table, and he had like, oh, this is like $1. Oh, this is like $2. And I'm like, was this free to buy into?
Oh, to buy into the exhibit? No, it cost money.
That was so surprising.
It was cheap. It was pretty cheap.
Yeah, but still, I mean, I bought something off him for like $2.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is kind of cool. And I'm like, did you make this? And he's like, no, this is kind of like an estate thing. And I'm like, that's great. I'm glad I got it. And then I went to the one to my left, and it turned out to be a cousin.
Yeah, of Amber's. Second cousin.
And she sold some rings.
Jewelry.
I put that in Jacqueline's. Again, decently priced, super decently priced. Then I make it to Grandma Barb. Shout out Grandma Barb.
Mm-hmm.
And I got some candles off of her. Then I moved over, and there was 2 exhibits I didn't buy anything off of. Went to I feel bad for the people that knit.
Oh yeah.
Because the people that knit probably put so much time and energy into it.
Yeah.
And then it's just not going to sell.
Well, we bought a couple of those knitted goods.
But still, a lot of time and effort going into something that
you got to think. We were like, when Amber and I were pricing things, I was thinking, boy, if I talk to Travis about this on Random Chats with Adam, it's just going to turn into random monologues with Travis.
Yeah, let's go. Monologue it up.
No, you already did. Should I even be here for this? I'm just joking.
Okay, fine. And then I bought off other people. But the entire time I didn't have cash. So I kept borrowing cash from Adam and Venmoing him money.
Yeah,
boom.
It was pretty funny.
But I bought a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, you did. You were like, everybody was smiling to see you. They're like, should we... I know that kings don't get voted in, but should we adopt this guy as our royal majesty?
Well, by the time I left, I primed the pump, man. People were starting to show up. Did you make some money there?
Yes, we did. Should I tell you?
No, don't say it. Is it?
We made somewhere in the ballpark between, let's say, I don't know, $200,000 and $10,000. You can just guess.
That was a Brandon Burt joke, and the way you said it and everything, even with the facial expression and the $210,000. That was. I feel like that was great. That was perfect.
No, but when we were pricing things, we were definitely. I was like, well, okay, Amber, how long did it take you to do these snowflakes? You got to think about that, because I think if you're going to pay yourself well as an entrepreneur or as a creator, you got to think I should be making at least $40 an hour.
Mm.
So what if this took me? And I think most artists at some point they develop enough skills to where they're like, the hourly thing doesn't matter anymore. But with these snowflakes, I was like, you can't go too cheap on these. You spend time on this. And I was thinking the same thing about the knitting. It's like knitting something just takes so long. And you're selling it for like $12 or something.
I mean, I know you're probably watching TV and doing it, so it's not like you're like with painting, you're probably like having to stare, and knitting, you can just kind of get that muscle memory going, and you can watch a movie and do it.
I guess that's true.
But anyway, yeah. So thanks for listening, everyone.
All right, bye.
No, okay. So Sears catalog time comes in the mail, Adam.
What pages am I going to?
After you get past the bras, where are you going next?
I never get past those bras. I always return. I don't know if the Sears catalog, the wish book didn't have bras in it.
Yeah, they did.
The wish book? No, the wish book was all toys.
No.
No, you mean like the thick old Sears catalog?
Thick old Sears catalog. The first part, you basically...
Well, it's all clothes in the first
half. If you were a kid, you're like, what is this garbage in the first half of the book? The second half, your dog earing stuff. What was the one thing...
I always looked at video games first.
Was video games.
If I saw... And when we were kids, especially, my mind was like captured by Super Nintendo, by Sega Genesis, by... Eventually, the Nintendo 64.
Wait, stop. You ruined it. Let's do it again.
By Super Nintendo. By Sega Genesis. By...
When I was dead broke, I couldn't picture this.
I know. It's a Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis.
Yeah.
Notorious B.I.G.
And then you go Nintendo 64.
I didn't care about the song.
Nintendo's Link of the Past.
Yeah, A Link to the Past, which we never did get, but I do have it now. Unlike I have the NES, SNES Classic.
Yes,
I hardly play that thing.
Nice.
I play my Switch a lot.
So on this thing, so you were looking at the video games. For me,
well, I'm not done.
Okay,
video games. Okay, let me just name a few things.
Please.
Video games.
Ninja Turtles.
action figures, Ninja Turtles in particular. So let's start over.
Yeah.
Video games, Ninja Turtles.
Yes.
Radio-controlled cars.
Oh, radio-controlled cars is so good.
Would you please stop interrupting me? I'm listing things. Save questions and comments for the end.
So good.
Bras.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. So radio-controlled cars. I like those.
So cool.
There was the big game tables with the foosball and the billiards and all that sort of stuff.
Those are cool too. For me, the thing. Okay, so I wasn't a video game guy as much that I would go to there because I knew that's not really what I wanted. What I really wanted was like those like sports type like a Seahawks watch.
Oh, really?
But then you'd go to see teams available 5 and none of them were Seahawks. Or it'd be like, oh, sweet, look at that. I could get this knitted shirt. That's just the Bears and that's it. Pretty much. Yeah. So never, Seahawks lamp. We got a Seahawks lamp, but like anything that was like a sports memorabilia, does it come in the Mariners? Does it come in the Seahawks? Does it come,
I mean, when the East Bay catalog started coming, for some reason we started getting East
ordered
Bay.
off them.
That was stuff I would always look through.
I mean, I get that, but what I'm talking about was back then. I always wanted this. So I think when Mom and Dad thought they nailed it with because that was legit the best thing I loved was the sport. They got me the popcorn Seahawks tin. And I treated that like it was I was like, what are you guys doing? What in the world?
Meanwhile, you popped it open. You were just taking handfuls of popcorn and chomping it down. What is this gift? Popcorn. Yeah, that played with somebody out there, I think.
But yeah, so let me keep going. Save your comments and
questions
and criticisms to the end.
It's windy out there.
Anyway, so no, I'm not gonna do that.
Oh.
I'll leave that in.
Okay.
No, actually, you know what? Good point. I'll cut all that out. So, also on the Sears catalog that I like to dog ear as well. You freaking nailed it with those like foosball machines and stuff like that. I also was a big fan of the beanbag chair.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted a good beanbag chair.
Was that your soundboard?
That was my beanbag chair.
You need to develop a soundboard for this podcast.
Oh, what do you? Well, you get in my face because I'm gonna call you a beanbag chair. Anyways,
those are cool until they explode. We were just flopping them. You know what you just did? You just initiated a text chain in the middle of a podcast, and now you're going to be checking your phone every 30 seconds.
Dang it.
Darn it.
All right. So anyway, let's go fly a kite. So the other things that I liked out there, but I liked the micro machine, or not the Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
Those
tracks.
Yeah. And then I was never into He-Man.
Yeah.
But they had some dope ass Ghostbuster stuff where you could get
beanbag chairs.
You could get yourself a nice little, like they'd have the
Are you Jesse Ventura?
They'd get you that,
with the Anunnaki were.
Let me tell you something.
The beanbag chairs were hiding government secrets.
Yes. I can't even play off that one anymore. You did good. Anyway, the Ecto 1, I wanted the car, I wanted the building, I wanted the fire station thing, I wanted to play, I wanted them to slide down the poles. I wanted the whole entire play set of Ghostbusters. I wanted the Ghostbusters, and the Centers had these dang awesome things. They had the protein packs. No, the proton packs on the back.
Yeah.
And you could swirl. Nerf was just like, hey, you want to just make Nerf things nonstop? Yes, let's make.
Oh, the Nerf guns were so cool.
Nerf guns.
I got that one that was the mini gun, the chain gun.
The Nerf swords. the Nerf and the video games. Here we go with the video games. Not a big video game guy. Here's my Donald Trump. But the video games, not a big video game guy. But I did like the Tiger Electronics. I liked the Tiger Electronics. I liked playing those things. The Jordan versus Bird. I liked the Excite Bike. But not a big other things. But that's my non-Donald Trump.
You started out as
but
Donald Trump,
very Donald Trump all at the same time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So and then jerseys, man, give me a jersey. Give me a Seahawks jersey. Give me a Largent jersey.
Put me in that jersey. And get me in a beanbag chair. I want to be sitting in a beanbag chair. And with the confidential, top secret government facts inside of it.
There we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
There we go. So
that was good.
Thanks for listening, everyone. No. That was it. What was so for Christmas? That's what would you? But do you remember?
I do not remember.
How did you feel about sitting on an old person's lap that was Santa?
Loved it.
Highest recommend.
Oh man, if there was a way to Yelp review that, I'd recommend. No, but I always did like the fact that Santas wore those white gloves like Mickey Mouse and Mario. And I kind of liked those cloth gloves.
What cloth gloves?
That Santas wore on their hands.
Oh,
the white cloth gloves.
Yes.
They'd always
shake your hand.
Pick you up, shake your hand, put you on
yeah.
their knee, and you'd be like, well, these white cloth gloves are amazing.
You know what else is amazing?
Huh.
Beanbag chairs, brother. I did also like the wrestling WWF figurines as well.
Oh, the figurines.
Oh, the pillow guys.
What were those ones called?
Not the My Buddies, but the my
wrestler buddies.
My wrestler buddies.
I don't remember what they were called, but yeah, they were. What were those called? Those were cool. I think Jason had them. We never had them. Jason had like the Randy Savage one.
Yes.
I think. The wrestling action figures, I mean, you look in a wish book and they'd have like some action figures within like a wrestling ring and all that sort of stuff. Like the place setting stuff for toys, we just never really had much of that. But we had I had a lot of Ninja Turtle action figures. We had the Ninja, it wasn't like the Ninja Turtle bus exactly, but it was like an automobile that they had. We also had like the airplane thing, but we never had like a set for them to like be climbing on or like, you know. But I always felt like a fraud when I was playing with action figures.
A frog?
A frog. I'd just be hopping around and I felt like a fraud because if you watch those commercials, it's like the kids in the commercials have the greatest imaginations ever. And so whenever I had action figures in my hands, I'd be like, okay, I'm supposed to imagine that this one is, and I just never could quite do that. I don't know if people feel me on that. It was like, okay, I'm just hitting toys together, and that never quite worked for me. Maybe when I was super young it did, but eventually I just kind of felt like I just wanted to watch a cartoon of them actually doing these things, you know? And then I wanted to get on my phone and start a text chain.
Yes. You know, I always wanted a text chain from the Sears catalog.
That'd be an interesting idea, actually. What if they had like a catalog and it would have all these numbers, these text groups you could join? You don't care. You literally, I actually had an interesting thing to say.
Care. What's the textual
chain?
When
I was down in South America with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Governor Schwarzenegger, we saw things we shouldn't have seen.
What'd you see?
We saw a predator from outer space. It was really top secret government technology.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Oh, you don't believe me?
Okay. Well, I'm not going to have a full podcast of me interviewing Jesse Ventura, an 80-year-old.
Okay. Sonny.
That's pretty good, though. You've definitely dialed into him. I'm pretty impressed.
I think I sound like a person impersonating Jesse Ventura.
You definitely do.
Thank you.
You definitely do. You nailed that one, too.
Thank you.
So when you look back, Santa, Bellevue Square, going to Bellevue Square.
Yeah.
That was fun. Riding the choo-choo train, playing on the choo-choo train the block area. That was always fun.
Mm-hmm.
Going in the
Choo-choo train. I don't quite remember the choo-choo train.
It wasn't a choo-choo train where it would go anywhere.
What was it? A choo-choo train?
It wasn't a choo-choo. It was like more of a choo-choo train where it didn't go anywhere. It just sat there and you'd climb all over it. We'd hang out with the Benedicts, mom and dad. I think even the center showed up time to time. I really did enjoy the
beanbag. Okay, sorry.
The elevator that had
the
clear glass one. And it reminded me every time when I would watch Inner Space.
Yes.
When Martin Short got injected with
the doctor guy or the technician going up, and then
right.
the guy stepping into frame with his finger and his balloons and all that stuff. Yeah,
that. But that,
can I recreate the entire scene for you?
But I did, and then Frangos, getting Frangos.
Frangos are so good,
deliciously chocolate.
When was the last time you went to Bellevue Square Mall?
10, 11.
Really? Like
no,
10 years old?
I went with Jenna and a few other people for her birthday at Bellevue Square. I think they have like restaurants there now. We had like a nice restaurant. In fact, Jamie and I went there and we got a nice
the Maggiano's?
Yeah. The Maggiano's. I think Jamie was pregnant. We went there too for Jenna's birthday, I want to say. Jenna likes to go to Bellevue. Let's just say
Bellevue's awesome. I like Bellevue a lot. I used to live near Bellevue and just look inside as if I was part of the rich people. And say, please accept me.
God bless us, everyone.
I love your roads. Their roads are nice. If you seriously though, if you go to like Seattle and you're driving Seattle roads, you're like, I hate big cities because these stupid roads.
I hate big cities.
Bellevue is awesome because the roads it's like a grid. It makes perfect sense. And the roads are wide.
So Bellevue's like the time where you're playing Sim City after you've played Sim City like 12 times. You're like, now I know how to actually put together roads.
Exactly. Yeah, Bellevue is amazing. We were at Bellevue, Amber and I, yesterday. We went to the Crossroads Mall, and that's up near where our parents grew up. And
I remember that.
We like the Crossroads Mall quite a bit because it's like this little melting pot. And it's got some cool stuff. Nothing amazing, delicious. But it does have. Yeah, it is. Oh man, these people. But they also had live Christmas singers and Christmas bands there yesterday. It was pretty cool.
Wow. That was a big build up for just saying it was cool.
Well, it was neat. How's that?
Yeah. And then Nerf, they just put together no, just kidding. So yeah. Anyways.
What if Nerf had made a beanbag style chair, but it was just Nerf. No beanbags, because the beanbags
it's either Nerf or nothing.
That's true. You gotta go with Nerf. That beanbag chair split at the seams. The little beans came out.
Beans came out?
The little beans came out.
Yeah.
And I do remember once I was sleeping on the couch. I was like a 12-year-old or something, maybe 11-year-old.
Right.
I was sleeping on the couch, and it was just before dinner, taking a nap. I was a little tired. I'd probably been tuckered out from doing something.
Right.
And I woke up, jolted awake by a beanbag chair landing on me that Dad had like tossed on me, and I felt it. You know when you get jolted awake and you feel it in your fingertips?
Yeah.
That felt like I'd been electrocuted because this beanbag chair just fell on me, and I got really upset with Dad.
Did you?
Yeah. He said dinner time, and I was like, shocked me.
That's when you realized I
had to pass on those traits.
You had powers. I think Christmas just wore us out because I remember sleeping on the couch that was like Mom would have the couch up against the wall all year long, and then when the Christmas tree came, the couch kind of like tilts, and then or not tilts, but like it's
an angle,
angles at that point. Anyway, I'm laying there on the couch, half asleep. Maybe I'm a deep sleep thing. I don't know. Anyway, Mom woke me up. Aunt Angie was there, and I was like probably 14, teenage, moody, and I just go, "What? I'm trying to sleep right now." I turned into Mooney. What's the guy's Kyle Mooney for a moment. I was see that movie? You see the movie?
Yeah.
Anyway, I turned into Kyle Mooney and yelled at Mom, and then my aunt,
your aunt,
Angie, she I was embarrassed. I was like, oh man, I can't believe I just screamed like a little jerk at my mom in front of my aunt. It was bad, very disrespectful. When I threw the Christmas tree over, I mean, that was way too far. I wish I would have peeled that one way back.
Yeah, but
I threw it out the window.
When you lit it on fire,
fire with my farts. Also, did you see that Kyle Mooney's got a 1980s based Netflix show coming out? It's called Saturday Morning Cartoons, and it's going to be a bunch of playoffs.
Playoffs.
Okay. And then did you see that MacGruber is
he's going to have a show now?
They got a show now,
Nice.
and it's got it's going to be on like Peacock or whatever.
Okay.
So
I don't have Peacock. I also don't have Apple TV, so I haven't seen any of Ted Lasso.
I know everyone's ruining stuff for me. How do people watch all this TV?
I mean, I actually try not to watch too much TV.
How do people listen to this podcast?
I actually try not to listen to too much of this podcast.
We had to do a quick Christmas one. That's our quick Christmas recording. Everyone, thanks so much for listening. Hope you have a great
Merry
Christmas. Adam, hope you get everything
Happy
you
New
want.
Year.
Adam gave me a list
I'm
of
excited
8
to find out
board
which
games.
one you got me.
I bought it. Do you want to shake it?
Sure.
Would you know if I gave it to you?
Based on box size, I could make an educated guess.
Do you want to go?
Sure.
For old time's sake,
Let's do it.
Everyone, thanks for listening. Have a great week, great Christmas, and Happy New Year.
Well, this is just a box of life cereal.
You didn't even shake it.
No, I could tell this.
We're going to end on that. Have a great Christmas, everyone.
Bye.